Welcome to DMF. I'm Justin Younts. This is part 8. Interesting. All right, so now we come to my inside the actor's studio. Do you have a
Okay.
beginning of the day? Oh, sorry. Do you have a beginning of the day routine?
Yes, I actually have a, and I don't stick to this, but I have a notes app. I'll show you. Which I guess this is
Mm.
an audio medium, but I have a this notes app that basically I went through every single day and I wrote down the planetary ruler of the day.
Oh,
So like
wow.
Monday is the moon, and I have night routines in here too, but I'll be honest, I like don't usually do the night
What
routines.
what is the what is that app?
So this is just like in my notes app. I just
Oh,
like
this
wrote
is
this
just
down.
the notes
Yeah. Yeah.
from
Yeah, just
Apple? Oh, okay. Okay.
yep,
All
yep,
right. I know
yep.
what you're talking. That's what I thought it was. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
and so like Monday is ruled by the moon, so the characteristics are intuition, emotion, divination, and the divine feminine. So that day, I like give myself a little break on working out, and my thing I do, I meditate, I eat breakfast, I journal, and then I do a little yoga or stretching. But then Tuesday is ruled by Mars, which is about action, initiation, creative
Yeah.
fire, and aggression. So that one I go at it a little more. I get up, I meditate, then I work out right away. I take a cold shower, and then I eat breakfast.
Wow, you
Um,
take the cold shower. You do that. That's cool.
I do. You know what I recommend? I not to sound like Andrew Huberman or whatever that guy is, but um, what got me into it is my therapist recommended, okay, at the end of like take a nice warm shower. Then
Yeah,
at
that's
the
what I
end of
do a
the
little bit.
then at the end of the warm
Okay.
shower, do just like a 30-second cold plunge. And I turn it back warm at the end of the cold plunge.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, same
literally
here.
do
Okay.
30 seconds.
So you're not actually doing a full cold shower. Okay, that's cool. That's what I
No.
do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
And I think that's all you got to do to get that little dopamine hit. So
Yeah.
I do that. And then, yeah, basically, I have like every day kind of written out where, depending on its like planetary ruler,
That's
I
cool.
have a little like routine that goes along with that. And I just started doing that over the past few months. I used to just have like the same morning routine every morning, but I found like I'm someone who really hates routine and I hate
Mhm.
feeling like I'm trapped to a routine. So I
Yeah.
I wanted to find a way to add a little variety, but I know if like I don't have it written down, I'm like not going to do it.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find a way to like work with the energy of each day, and for me like astrological energy, like I'm no astronomer, so I couldn't tell you whether or not the planets actually affect our movements or anything. But for
Yeah.
me personally, what I found is working with the energy of the day and the planetary ruler of the day, like actually kind of always hits. Like I
That's
never want to
cool.
work out on a Monday, but if all I have
Wow.
to do is like stretch a little bit, then that's like better than where we started out, you know?
What sign are you?
I'm a Libra,
I'm an
Libra
Aries.
sun. Yeah, yeah. I'm an Aries rising, so I usually
Oh,
connect with
that's
some
cool.
Aries people. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, you already kind of answered this, but do you have a nighttime routine?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is like
Changes.
I'm so much worse at keeping a nighttime routine than a morning routine.
Yeah.
And for me, the morning routine is the most important because I usually tend to wake up in a state of like panic and anxiety like first thing in the morning. I It's
Really?
something that's like plagued me my whole life, and I even I struggled for a long time. I struggled with a weed addiction for a long time because
Oh,
I would wake up first thing in the morning, and the only thing that would like bring me down to a baseline level of not anxiety was smoking weed first thing in the morning. And
yeah.
spoiler alert, that does not usually lead to great places.
Yeah.
Waking and baking every day of the week. Everyone's on their own journey, but I would warn people against that. And so I had to do like a lot of trial and error and work to figure out how am I going to like bring down my anxiety in the morning and prepare myself for the day.
That's
in a
cool.
way that I can be functional. So the morning routine is like really super important to me, and the night routine, it's like it is really nice when I set myself up for success and I'm like reading before 10 and I fall asleep by 10. It really sets me up for a better day, but I maybe do like a night routine like once a week, and I try to do like usually I'll do like a warm shower, and I have like color changing lights in my bathroom, so I'll make it like that
Oh, that's
Blade Runner
cool.
pink.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I've got the color. I changed all my light bulbs too to like the
yeah.
color. That's
Oh,
awesome. I love
I
that.
love taking like a shower in like the pink lighting, and then I'll play like healing frequency type music or like very calming like flute music and stuff.
Same here.
Yeah.
But when I go on
So funny.
Instagram, I get recommended like 50 to 100 different meditation
Yeah.
lists of things.
That's
I was
I
listening
was so
to
scared. Yeah. I was scared with Spotify Wrapped coming out. I was like, "Oh no, it's just gonna say like throat
deep
chakra
music.
frequencies." Like
Yeah. Like I was listening to last night, deep sleep music playlist, Cosmic Bloom.
Mhm.
So I know
That's
exactly
my
what you're talking
jam.
about,
That's my
you know?
jam. Yeah,
It's like, yeah, yeah,
totally.
you see all these, yeah, all these people are putting their rap lists of you. Yours will be throat.
Yeah,
My
totally,
favorite
totally.
band, man, Throat Chakra. It's like, who's
Yeah,
that? Oh, it's just
yeah.
ambience music.
Yeah, no, shout out to Miracle Tones, my top artist of the
Miracle
year.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
solfeggios.
Yes, exactly.
589
Yeah,
hertz.
yeah, healing subliminals. Yeah, yeah.
That's
But then
cool.
I don't wanna paint it like I mean, there's certainly nights of the week where I'm literally just, like, scrolling on TikTok or, like,
We all
watching
do that.
TV and fall asleep to that.
We all do.
Yeah,
It's so hard to just like that's where the real discipline. That's what they should be really. Like your professor being like yelling about 5 a.m. It's like help me with creating the discipline for that. So just telling me I'm a
literally.
bad person because I don't read at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Like who cares?
Right,
How about just
totally.
reading?
Yeah, yeah.
um, well, you already answered this again, but we'll get a little bit more deeper into it. Do you meditate?
Yes, I and also, like, if I was listening to this podcast when I was, like, 22, I would be, like, so annoyed at myself when I say this, but, like, meditating every day is literally the best thing you could do for yourself.
It's
It's
true.
complete I mean, that like I said, I still struggle with addiction to weed, and
Mm,
the number one thing that has helped me through that is meditation. Like, every time I get anxious and I wanna reach for a joint or I wanna smoke a bowl, the only thing that has been able to combat that anxiety in a similar
yeah.
way has been meditation. And so I try to do it every single day. You know, I usually fall off if I'm
Yeah.
like on vacation or something. But my favorite
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do?
app for meditation, it's called Chani,
Mm,
Chani, and it's an astrology app.
mm,
And it's like $10 a month. And I
yeah.
had tried other meditation apps, but this one, she has guided meditations, and it's run by this famous astrologer, Chani Nicholas, and her guided meditations are some of the best I've ever done. Like, I had a Headspace subscription, and
Yeah. It's very general headspace. I felt with.
I've tried lots of, like, guided meditations, but the Chani guided meditations are
Cool.
so like, that even if you're, like, not an astrology person, it's worth the price of the app alone because they're very visual and very, like it's a lot of visualization around your body, which is
Oh,
so
that's cool.
powerful and, like, shifting the state that you're
What is
in.
it called again?
Chani, Chani. So, and she'll have like each meditation has an intention. So it might be like inner voice, it might be
Yeah.
connection, it might be clearing or something like that. And she just guides you through these like very visual meditations that I find to be like so
Yeah.
inspiring and anxiety reducing and really lovely. She's a very talented, like, meditation guide.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I meditate too. For me, I used to have a lot of anxiety when like things would end. Like if I
Mm,
go to a party or something, I would get really depressed, and I did not know to self worth. So, meditation helped me with that. The
mhm,
meditation I do is transcendental meditation, which
mhm.
kind of expensive, but it's worth it. Because I've got the app, forever, and you've got your mantra or whatever. But I've done several different meditations. I did Joe Dispenza. Have you ever read his book, Becoming
Mm-mm.
Supernatural? He has a meditation. I mean, his was like 45 minutes every day, and that was just 45 minutes, and try and not just have my head just wander for everything,
Totally.
which is what I kind of liked about the transcendental. I wasn't planning on doing it. I went to New York and I tried to do it. I didn't have the money for it, and I couldn't do it. But when I came back, one night I just was like, let me just see what that is again. And then I
Mhm.
saw it, and it came up, and it was like almost like a voice telling me, like you're so cliche,
It's time.
where it's like,
No, you're in good
the
company.
voice
I
the
get it.
voice came and it
Yeah.
grabbed me into the night, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, but it just felt like it worked out, and I really like the guy that instructed me. It's 20 minutes in the
Mm.
morning, 20 minutes at night. I mean,
Mm.
I kind of fall
Mhm.
off at certain points, but what I like about it is I always have that place to go to when I'm feeling. For me, the most important thing about meditation is having that place to go to when I didn't feel, was just going,
Mhm.
and that's what I liked about meditation. To me, it doesn't
Mhm.
matter what practice you do, as long as you're doing something, because I feel like so many people would be so much better off if they would just meditate just a little bit. I struggle with it. It's just like, just do 5 minutes. Just do
I know it's
five
it's
minutes.
it's so cliche to say, but literally, like, all I do is 10
Yeah.
minutes in the morning,
Yeah.
and it has totally shifted the way that my brain
Yeah.
works. It's also, like you said, there's just something about, like, being present with your body and your mind in
Yeah.
any state that you're in. If you can just, like, sit in it for a second and just be present with it, like, most emotions get processed and go away within, like, 90 seconds of being, like,
Yeah.
grounded and present with those emotions. So, it's really
And
powerful.
And don't worry if your mind wanders a little bit. I think some people,
Mhm.
there's a tendency. I know for me, I was like, well, I guess it just didn't count because I just sat there and wandered. My mind wandered. It's like
Yeah.
it doesn't work like that. It's like, they
Right.
want you to do 20 minutes, but it's more the quality of what you're doing is kind of what I try to look at it. It's like the quality of
Right.
it. It's just
And
like anything.
also being
Yeah.
curious about, like, the fact that you wanna criticize yourself for your mind wandering, maybe
Yeah.
that's, like, why you're here meditating and what you need to work through is, like, you can
Exactly.
actually just be, like, so compassionate with yourself, but it's a muscle that you have to practice being
Yeah.
compassionate with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I like about the transit, it's like, it's just like, try, just let the mantra come like a, don't try
Mhm.
and say it hard. It doesn't matter how many times you say it, just let it come out. And it's just,
Mhm.
to me, it's once again, it's about relaxation. It's about just allowing things to happen. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter to me the practice. It matters that, some form of consistency and just allowing things to just happen. Because if you can do that, then something happens, somebody cuts you off on the road or whatever. You're like, you might get mad at that minute, and then you go, you can go back.
That's interesting. I got so mad at that person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I can
totally.
I can go, I can go back to. I mean, I'm still kind of pissed,
Yeah,
it's not the end of the day. I don't have to sit there and dwell on it. And
for
sometimes you also
sure.
think it's like, I always try to think of it like this. It's like, if I had like a pregnant wife in there and I cut somebody off, when I got there, it's like, well, it was because I needed to do that. But when somebody
Mhm.
cuts us off, it's like they they deliberately did that to hurt me. Like, we have no
Mhm.
idea why they cut us off. They could have cut it on.
Yeah.
They had a bad day today, you know. they found out they had cancer, but we never think like that. We're always like, he directly did it to me. He,
Totally.
how dare that's, it's just like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.